All right, so
speak now.
Yeah, so welcome to the 20th episode of Damage Control Podcasting, a professionally unprofessional look at the conventions. Fuck it. Anyway,
You said it 20 times.
I know.
You can't.
I usually got it written in front of me. So it's the 20th episode tonight.
No, you can't just abandon the intro.
We're just
Do it over!
No.
Welcome to Damage Control Podcasting, where the unconventional stuff.
Conventionally unconventional look at the
no, it's professionals. It's professionalism.
Professionally
It's more fun if it's
unprofessional look
conventionally unconventional.
at the
Our one listener just turned it off.
Oh,
That's the only part they wanted to hear.
we're up to 13 fans now on SoundCloud.
oh, that's
11
what.
of them are my mom.
Anyway, so it's
I got
20.
a bone to pick with your mom.
It's
Calm down.
Tyler's the best one on this podcast.
I wrote that.
Did you?
You think my mom would give me? She likes him the most.
She does.
Yeah,
not.
you see, that's
does
because we were going through the SoundCloud comments, and Adam's like, I'm like, who's user such and such and such and such? They said this. That's my mom. Your mom likes your brother better than you.
Tell me about it.
No.
So,
Bullshit.
anyways,
There's my one curse word for the night.
it's the 20th episode. We're gonna do something special. We're gonna watch probably the critically most acclaimed movie of all time. It swept the Oscars in 2015. It's just mesmerizing audience all over. We are going to do a commentary for Batman v Superman.
Are you serious? Batman v Superman?
You see it right there, dude.
You're the worst.
Acting.
There he goes. Walking out the door.
So tonight,
and that was better acting than what we're gonna see in this movie.
so tonight we have Tyler. We have the lesser Snyder in the room.
The
And,
greatest and only.
No, Zack Snyder.
Oh please, he doesn't even spell it right.
And then, how do you spell it? SNYDER?
That's how he spells it.
How do you spell it?
You guys spelled it.
SNIDER?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So you can't get out the intro right, and we don't even get to introduce ourselves anymore?
And then I was dating a girl. I was dating a girl with last name Schneider. She spelled it.
First of all, the fact that you were dating a girl ever is a surprise.
Yeah.
But continue.
Yeah, and are we recording?
Yes,
her-
everyone will hear you kill him.
She was. Her last name was Schneider. She spelled it SCH.
The HNEIDER.
Yeah.
That's such a complex way to do
you
that.
know
It's
that?
the super German way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You didn't give me a first name, so how would I know if I know her?
Amy.
Nope.
Okay.
Sure don't.
And also Daniel's here too.
You should have been like, yeah, I know.
Hey.
Yeah, we're best friends.
Yeah, because all Snyders know each other regardless
Right,
of how they spell
obviously,
their last
yeah.
names.
I like how you said, and Daniel's here.
Yeah, I forgot to. I left off with.
Isn't it Daniel's comic book store? Shouldn't he be the first one?
That's not true. He hasn't been here for all the podcasts.
That's true. I have not
I'm
been.
not. That wasn't an attack. I was just saying I'm
Yeah,
proving that.
Adam is the only one who's been 100%.
That's the only thing in life I've been on. Okay, so anyway.
I did it, Mom. I'm good at something.
So anyway,
There, I wouldn't know about. Never mind.
we're all
He's
huddled.
perfect attendance, man.
We're. Anyways,
Episode 20.
it's episode 20. Very professional. We're all huddled around Daniel's laptop. We wiped out all the illegal stuff that was on it. We got Batman v Superman. We have it queued up. We don't really have a time code. It's queued up. The leaf.
5 seconds in.
We're 5 seconds in. The leaf is literally on the WB sign. Possibly the greatest shot of all the whole movie.
Definitely the best shot of the entire movie.
So
Yeah.
Daniel. So
The
we're-
credits are pretty favorable for me.
I do enjoy when the credits start rolling.
Okay, so anyway, we'll hit play and we'll start the audio commentary.
Okay, real quick, what edition do we have? Do we have like the PG-13, the theatrical, or do we have the ultimate
Well, see,
rated R cut?
I have the Ultimate Edition, but I bought it in Blu-ray, and I don't know if the DVD is the Ultimate Edition or not.
Okay, so we may or may not be in the ultimate edition
Yeah,
if you're
because
trying to watch at home.
Because I got the tin cover, so it doesn't got any of
Okay.
the info on it. So
Oh, that seems useful. All right.
I paid a lot for the tin cover.
So you got the tin cover. It doesn't have any info. Did it come with a little booklet, or they just expect you to figure that shit out?
Hang on.
If you're
Might as well. Like, I mean, we're already going to be here watching an 8-hour movie, so
Yeah, it doesn't say.
that's just poor design. Another thing this
That
film
never
did
would
wrong.
have happened with the Marvel film.
Right.
Anyway.
I
Okay,
like DC.
so
I
we
just
may
like
or may not
Nick
be on the
Fernandez.
ultimate cut. We'll find out when the first change happens.
Yes.
All right, are we ready to go?
Yep.
All right, pressing play now.
The leaf has fallen from the Warner Bros. Time.
Rat Pack.
Rat Pack. Zack
Must have a
Snyder's.
K.
Is that the same leaf?
Yes, they spent a lot of money on that leaf animation.
They gotta
I
use it
heard
over
that
and over again.
was the cousin of the leaf. Oh, never mind. That was a feather forest mount. My bad.
So watch
Hang on,
close.
Batfleck narration.
So watch closely. Supposedly, there is a tombstone that says Solomon Grande on it. Fact-
Does it say Solomon Grundy or Cyrus Gold?
No, Solomon Grande.
That's weird.
So let's see if we can catch it.
Why would he be buried?
He had
The
no
Waynes.
purpose being buried
Right there. Right there. So
I thought there was a one that's supposed to say like Dick Grayson too. Was it? Not
why
supposed
would
to be?
Dick Grayson be dead at this point?
Why would Solomon Grundy be buried by the Waynes?
And why would he not be buried under his real name, as opposed to his
Okay,
other
so-
name?
And he wasn't even buried.
Okay,
He was
so
thrown in
according-
Slaughtered Swan.
According to Internet Movie Database, which I got all these facts from,
Oh boy.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing Thomas Wayne here. He was considered for the role as Batman originally.
I actually would have really liked to see him as Batman. I'm hoping that when they do the Flashpoint movie,
Yeah.
He comes in
That'd
as
be
Flashpoint Batman.
Awesome.
That's the one with the guns.
Yeah, yeah. I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan a lot as an actor.
I agree.
I think it's really odd that he gets this kind of weird cameo.
He's a Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder uses him a lot. That's why he's.
Oh, that's why you got the little cameo in
Yeah,
there? Okay.
What do you guys think of this young Bruce Wayne?
He's a kid.
He does a very good job running through the woods.
No, because as far as seeing the Batman origin, how do you? Wait a minute. Martha's getting ready to take it in the face. Hang on. So Thomas goes down. This is probably the most brutal version of the origin story. You guys agree?
You think so?
I don't know.
Watch this. Hang on. Watch this. I like in the theater when I saw this, like right here. Okay, the gun. Hang on. Let's be all real quiet. Watch it. Okay, he's on
Yeah.
right in the face, man.
I don't know. He could have. The gun went up through the necklace.
No,
he
no,
could have
no.
turned it down.
No, he.
Yeah, that's definitely like neck throat shot at the very least.
That's
There's a
still-
like
difference
that's
between the face.
That's still more brutal than.
you're right.
He's
It
a
is kind of
horrible
brutal.
robber because he just lost every single one of those pearls.
So anyway, here. Oh, here's a fact about pearl necklaces. I bet you guys didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I bet
God.
you know a lot about pearl
PG-13.
necklaces. don't you?
In reality, each pearl has a knot in front of it and behind it. So if a pearl necklace is ever broken like that, only one pearl would actually fall off the strand.
Interesting.
So yeah. So use that information how you want.
Yeah.
Thanks for lying to me again, Zack Snyder.
So how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about this young Bruce Wayne? Though I dislike the show, but Gotham, that scream he lets out in the first season, is gut wrenching. I think that's probably the most.
Yeah, like I think this kid's doing fine for what little he has to do. I will-
First credit to Bill Finger, right? This is the first time Bill Finger got a credit for Batman.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, in cinema anyway.
Yeah, in cinema for sure. So like I was really hopeful at this part in the theater that this was going to be good. Like this opening sequence was really good. Like this is perfect. I was fine with how they did the origin stories.
Were you? Did you kind of freak out a little bit when he started levitating?
No. I figured this was a dream.
Okay.
At this point, this was a flashback or whatever.
Okay. All right. Tyler, Josh.
What? Oh, sorry. I'm
That-
watching the
I'm just like,
That
I agree with Daniel.
yeah, that was also like that would explain why there would be like other cameos in the gravestones if they're trying to do like Dick Grayson or Jason Todd as someone who's
Solomon Grande.
Solomon Grundy. Yeah, that makes sense why it says Solomon Grundy instead of Cyrus Gold.
What do you say, Grande?
How do you say it?
Grundy.
Okay.
French?
Grande.
it's not Ariana Grande. It's Solomon Grundy.
It's Ariana. It's yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, and this is the part of the movie where everything goes to hell.
So,
Okay.
we're how far into it before Daniel thinks that the movie goes to hell?
First of all, look at that suit. Look at that suit.
Please tell me you did not spend $200
Where are we
on a
at?
soup like that.
I couldn't find it, otherwise I was.
5 minutes and like 11 seconds.
Yeah. So about right here is where things are going to hell.
I think the Jeep Renegade is the worst character in this movie.
No.
Completely.
I love this Jeep Renegade. Now, I think
if you have a blue Jeep Renegade, you're pretty just
now.
jump off the cliff.
Anyways, I don't know how they got this information, but supposedly the driving he takes through this city to get to this building is completely nonsense. He could have just taken two. What was it? What did I read? Like 2 left turns, and he would have been at that building. So all this nonchalant driving he does. I mean, it's an awesome scene. I like the scene, but supposedly in reality, the sequence of events he takes doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like this sequence is fine, but I don't understand. Like this is late in Batman's life. Why is Bruce Wayne here? Why is it like he's obviously showed up and okay, these people need my help. Why is this not Batman?
For one, it's daytime.
So?
2, I was under the assumption that he had quit at this point. When I went into this movie, I thought Batman had retired. Right? Isn't that the plot?
I thought that was the vibe I got too. When
Yeah, he hadn't been active for a while.
I thought when they start talking about like the Brandon stuff, that it was just like.
No, like because I think there's isn't there like a line that says the Bat's back and he's more brutal than ever, something like that. I love that matte black, man. Wait, what do we think of Bruce Wayne's hair right here? Is that classic Bruce Wayne hair?
That's okay. It's a little styled. Give us a rating.
You know, I want to give it an 89 Michael Keaton Batman plus 3, because his was more like permed a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We were very close. I was going to go with Michael Keaton Batman plus 2.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your reason?
Just because I like it there.
Okay.
You say that like though they have reasons for these ratings.
They do.
Why is Jack still in the building?
Yeah,
Plot.
I'll be honest with you. As much as I love this movie, the first time I was watching this, I did not buy into the wait till Bruce tells me to leave, then I'll let everyone. I thought that was dumb.
Okay, but this part is pretty awesome. I don't care what Daniel says.
Okay, like the graphics are cool. Yeah.
No, this part
Yeah,
right here.
this part.
This part right here.
He's like, I'm fucking Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna run, or I'm probably gonna die.
Everyone,
Oh yeah, towards the problem where everyone's running away. Absolutely. No, like I was, well, not thrilled about this section of the movie. Was still hopeful.
Supposedly the horse right here, it's an homage to Dark Knight Return, the Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns, when he rides the horse.
Okay.
I think that's a stretch. I think it was just showing that there was a cop on there at one point and he's been flown.
I can see either.
This must not be the extended edition, because I think he runs into a bunch of... This must be the theatrical run.
So how did that guy know that Bruce Wayne was here?
He saw him.
When? There was
Just
nothing
now.
but smoke cloud, and he called out for Mr. Wayne, and that's when Bruce ran over there.
I got so scared when he's like, do people call you Wally? I was like, they just screwed up the Flash.
That would have been great.
Now wait a minute. Wait. So if he grabs this girl and he runs into a bunch of school kids, then it's the Ultimate Edition. Okay, so I buy that right at this moment is when, to me, this is when Bruce develops his hatred for Superman. Because he's just he's holding a possible orphan in his hands right now.
No, yeah, that's legitimate. And I mean, Man of Steel did a lot of things wrong, and I'm glad they at least address it here. I still think that Justice League was the proper time to retcon that movie and to make Superman not an idiot.
Okay, we are watching the theatrical version.
All right, there we go.
Okay. So right here, that's Batman. He's Bruce Wayne. He's taking care of that little girl right there. Why does he not give her to someone else? Put the fucking suit on and try and jump in this fight
In-
and stop this stuff. Like,
In the Ultimate Edition, he hands that girl over to there's a field trip and a teacher. He hands her over to take care of her, and he runs off.
Okay. And I also don't really buy the Batman's been retired, because one of Batman's big thing is that there always must be a Batman. So
No,
if
but-
Batman's retired, he would have trained someone to take up the mantle.
Okay, with the exception, would we all agree one of the greatest comic books ever written, Dark Knight Returns, he had retired?
Ish. Yeah.
He'd retired.
yeah.
Dark Knight Rises, he had retired.
That's fair. But I mean, he still had like all that interaction with like Dick Grayson and Jason Todd and Tim Drake. So it's safe to assume, even though they don't really establish it, that those people still did their things.
Let's see. You guys up for another fact?
Yeah. hit
Yep.
The code name title for this film when they were filming it, on and off set, was Sage and Milo.
Huh.
Why?
Because people would think it was this.
Yeah, just like they what was it,
Like
Return of the
Blue
Jedi
Heart,
was named Blue Heart. Yeah.
I think it was Empire, right?
I thought it was New Hope. It's called Blue Harvest.
The Family Guy one was.
So that's right there. That's what's his face.
Yep.
KG Beast, right?
That's who that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're about ready to lose Jimmy Olsen.
I do like the fact that they gunned down Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, why does everyone throw? You threw a fit about that, didn't you?
Why?
A lot of people threw a fit about Jimmy.
He's Superman's pal.
No.
He literally has a comic book where he's Superman.
In Man of Steel, didn't they have a lady, Olsen, Jamie Olsen, in the Henry Cavill Man of Steel?
No.
Not that I remember.
I'm looking it up. Are we okay with the portrayal of Lois Lane in this movie?
Yeah, I thought that she was really legit. Like Lois, I like Lois a lot in this movie.
That's an Australian playing a Russian, by the way. The KGB he's an Australian. He's an Aussie.
Australia, Russia, they're like basically the same place.
You guys gotta help me out and talk, man. You guys can't watch the movie.
You were looking up stats.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought you were.
but-
I thought you were pulling up some kind of relevant information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else can I tell you? Ben Affleck was originally offered to direct Man of Steel, but turned it down, saying he was not experienced in visual effects shots. So, and he hadn't.
At least he
filmed-
knows his limits.
Yeah, he hadn't filmed those.
That's fair, yeah.
Okay, so we've seen this movie before. So Lex Luthor has set this plan up. He's framing
What?
Superman. Yeah,
Oh shit.
Lex Luthor sets this plan up to frame Superman. Okay. Help me out here, guys.
This was all set up by Lex Luthor?
Yeah. This was set up. Lex Luthor sets up pays KGBs to kill these people and make it look like Superman has killed all these people.
With a gun.
But see, it left it out because in the
First of-
extended edition, there's a missile.
Yeah, in the extended edition, KG Beast is burning them.
Okay, I guess that would make a lot more sense.
Right. So he shoots them originally and then burns
But then
them.
you can't sell the movie twice.
Right.
If you know,
But look, this is a pimp move. Oh, that's a pimp move right there.
that guy's dead.
Probably, yeah.
Most likely
yeah.
very dead.
So this woman right here, this woman was in the village, in that area, that whatever that was, the village or whatever you want to call it. She's framing Superman for doing what it is he did. That's Lex Luthor is paying all these people off.
Right, that makes sense. Now, my question is, like, the whole point of the Suicide Squad movie was we need to have someone in case Superman goes bad.
Right.
So why don't they call the Suicide Squad in?
They don't have Suicide Squad at this point. Suicide Squad is formed after this movie.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I might
I
be
think it is.
remembering my timeline wrong. I thought this one was after Suicide Squad.
Hang on a second.
Because after Superman's dead, but then
Yeah,
why
because
wouldn't they form it before Superman?
Yeah, exactly. Because Amanda Waller talks about Superman in the present tense.
No, they talk about another.
No, they say
they, yeah, they talk about metahumans coming in another. Because she says something like,
They said the guy goes, "What if
'Cause-
Superman
yeah,
ripped
'cause-
open the roof of the White House?"
because she talks about how we got lucky with Superman being American, but what if the next one isn't?
Well,
Then we'd
Superman's
have Red
not-
Sun, which is
Superman's
probably
not really
Which would
American.
probably be a
Oh
awesome
yeah. Okay, maybe there's not a female. Maybe it was Ginny. I thought it was Ginny Olsen, but she's just credited as Ginny.
There's just way too many side characters in this movie.
Well, it goes back to fanboys shouldn't be making movies. Now watch the scene really closely. I have seen the scene several times.
I bet you.
Lois
have.
really needs to stand up right now.
No, I think watch her move. I think Amy Adams moves.
moves.
Like I think she makes a move that she didn't realize. She almost.
What are we supposed to be looking for here?
Hang on, guys.
I'm looking.
Right. Oh no, that
There's
bastard.
two things that I was looking at.
Don't-
I really hate gloves with
She's
tubs
like
at this
me.
point.
Oh, you kidding me?
She's what?
She is net meh.
Well, who's your favorite? Who's your favorite Lois Lane?
My favorite Lois
Ooh.
Lane. I don't have one. To be
Terry
honest, I haven't
Hatcher.
really liked many of them.
I grew up on Lois and Clark. Terry Hatcher was my favorite Lois Lane.
Yeah, but I feel like Margot Kidder would be really crazy.
She was good looking back in the day, though. Okay, take a guess. This being a sequel to Man of Steel, a Superman. So this is supposed to be Superman's sequel. Take a guess how many lines of dialogue Superman has throughout the entire movie.
15.
I'll go something like 20.
He has 42 lines of dialogue.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
Realistically, Superman has his phone in his pocket right now, and he's just completely ruined it.
Nah, but he had it in his coat. That's why he took his coat off. Were those Ray-Bans?
As much as I don't like the Superman or any Superman, he doesn't quite fit the douchebag mold though. So Ray-Bans are probably out.
Why
there.
do I fit the douchebag mold?
You have 3 shirts on right now.
You have 3 shirts on.
It's winter.
And you're wearing Ray-Bans, and you walked in here with a stocking cap.
It's winter. I took it off.
Did you come in here with a coat?
No.
So you 3 shirts, a stocking cap, and no coat.
Yes. Moving on, guys. We're watching Batman v Superman.
You asked the question. I answered.
Uh-huh.
See, no, these guys are not very surprised by the Batarang.
No. That's incorrect, sir. I think they know of Batman.
Well, it's
so-
also been an 18-month period since Metropolis, so why couldn't Batman have came back?
Dive. Alright. So... Yeah, we got a whole bunch of scared guys, scared kids here. Acting. Yeah, so... like, this is so terrible. Like,
Why
this,
is it terrible?
Because, like, we don't want to follow the police around like the police procedural. This entire scene takes like 3 minutes too long.
Mhm.
Like, find the Batarang, turn around. We don't need 3 Wilhelm screams. We
No.
get it. Batman's beating the shit out of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, trim this down. It does not need to be a 4-hour movie because 8 hours of it is in the scene.
Okay.
Why do you like this scene?
I don't like the scene. I just want to know your opinion.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Good, because you shouldn't like this scene.
There's like 3 or 4 scenes that I like in this thing.
Oh, okay.
I love the Martha scene. It just gets me going.
I don't know why. I thought you were on the same page that Adam was on without like this
No,
movie.
like I don't hate this movie.
Hmm.
But I'm not like, it's the most critically acclaimed movie of all time.
That's fair.
I don't know why I make my brother sound like a 1930s radio announcer.
It's the microphones. It's 100% the new microphones. Yeah, like, why is the police shooting at Batman?
I mean, I definitely
Like,
don't.
And why is that guy not dead? One of those two cops dies there.
Maybe there were blanks. And you think with the Bat brand, he's heating that up, or he's just repeatedly like punching him?
I hate the Bat brand, especially when they establish that like the brand is a death sentence in prison. Like
I would think that'd make you cooler in prison. You're like, hey, I got my ass kicked by Batman. I'm still alive.
Right.
I do love this version of Alfred.
I do like him too. I still think I like Michael Caine just a little bit better, but
Not like Michael Caine's in Dark Knight Rises. Though.
Dark Knight Rises was rough
He was
in general.
really whiny in Dark Knight Rises.
That's fair. He was a little whiny in that one, but I mean, Alfred's always been like that overprotective father kind of thing. But yeah, I like Jeremy Irons. I think this is Jeremy Irons. I think he does a hell of a good job as Alfred.
I like him. I mean, I like the Michael Caine performance better, but Jeremy Irons doesn't do a bad job. I think Affleck does a good job too, honestly.
Yeah, like when they cast Affleck as Bruce Wayne, I was really excited. Like I thought that was a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think he could do a good job.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate he didn't have a movie to work in.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great ideas in this film, and a lot of them fall flat once you get to the script.
For me, like, just remembering everything that's going on in this movie, they tried to put too much stuff together. It's like, a good analogy would be like Spider-Man 3. Like, they tried to push way too much stuff into one movie, and it just kind of like ruined all the build-up for all the other stuff, and it just felt kind of bloated and less fully developed than it could have been, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Although I actually didn't disenjoy Spider-Man 3. Like I actually kind of like Spider-Man 3.
I hated it.
It could have been a lot better.
The dance sequence.
Oh, the dancing was great. It was cheesy and it was great.
It was like.
Okay, I apologize.
Super
I'm back.
ugh.
Work had called me.
I think things were kind of better when you were out that
We
way.
were talking a lot more when you weren't here.
Yeah.
I noticed that, man. What were you guys talking about? What I missed?
We're comparing this to Spider-Man 3. About how this movie
Those
is
are
trying
guys
to
fake
do.
eggs.
Those
You
are
guys are pricks.
no one makes eggs like that. Not even
Superman
Superman
does.
makes eggs like that.
Look at that. Look at that body.
Who
Man.
cooks eggs shirtless?
Well, a man who doesn't have to worry about grease burning him.
I guess that's true. Well, I guess when you're cooking fake eggs, then you don't really got to worry about it.
Since I missed it, what do you guys think of the monkey, Batman monkeying his way out of the room?
It was okay. I have a bigger problem with like the police there than anything.
Why wouldn't the police be there?
No, like the police
The
scene
police being
took
there is
way
fine,
too
but,
long.
like,
There were like 3 Wilhelm screams, and that is 3 too many.
There is a Wilhelm scream in here, but that's not where it's at.
That scream was close enough to a Wilhelm scream.
There is a Wilhelm scream in here, but that was not. So Lex Luthor, first time we're seeing Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
So this
No.
is actually the Riddler. This
No.
is not Lex Luthor.
No, sir. This is fantastic. Jesse Eisenberg did a fantastic job as Lex Luthor.
This is not Lex Luthor.
In 9 scenes out of 10, he did a great job.
This is not Lex Luthor. This
Now, do you
entire
think-
character is
Now,
not
do you
Lex
think
Luthor.
this is all Lex Luthor pretending to be a raving lunatic? Because if you see him at the end of Justice League, he's all calm, cool, and collected. Whereas now it looks like he's hopped up on heroin.
Like he seems like they were going for the mad scientist vibe, which I did not like for
No,
Lex
no, no.
Luthor.
No, it was like maybe I'm thinking this because he played Zuckerberg, but I'm thinking like a evil Zuckerberg is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, like I
Not
think
a mad scientist.
yeah, in a lot of the scenes, like I can get behind him as Lex Luthor, like especially a younger Lex Luthor. But like there's a couple scenes,
Plus, we gotta
especially
remember that's Lex Luthor Jr. That's official canon. That's Lex Luthor Jr. That's not Lex Luthor Sr. That's actual canon. He's
Where do they establish that as? That in the Ultimate
well,
Cut too?
right here in the scene, either before or after, he talks about his dad.
Yeah, but his dad.
Yeah.
So that's not.
You're not Dave Tipton Jr.
No, yeah, he's less. He's okay. I'll prove it. Go ahead. Continue talking.
Well, I'm just asking you where it's from. Like,
Okay.
yeah, he talks about his dad. I talk about my dad too.
But his dad. Okay.
And then he's talking about it was his dad's company, but that doesn't mean that. It's just called Luthor Corps. Or is it
I am.
Normal. It's supposed to be LexCorp.
I couldn't remember what it was in this movie.
I'm 90% sure he plays Lex Luthor Jr.
I hope you're 10% wrong. Wait. No,
Anyway,
90%
continue. I'm
wrong.
sorry.
So, you really like this Lex Luthor?
In most of the scenes, I do. There's a few scenes I don't really like them. The few scenes we'll get to it, but the banquet scene where he's doing this incredible speech and then loses his train of thought and just stutters and stammers over himself. Like, everything before or after that was great and was Lex Luthor, and it was that part where he stammered that was not Lex Luthor.
Because for me, he's a little twitchy and like he's not. That's not Lex Luthor though.
There's a few scenes where he's a little twitchy. I'll agree with that.
Like it's most of the movie though. He's a little twitchy. He's a little like more goofy than serious. Not that he's cracking jokes and stuff, but it's just like the little tics and mannerisms of what he does with the character. It doesn't feel like Lex Luthor to me from what I know of the character. It feels more like Edward Nygma than anything.
That's a fair assessment. I mean, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I don't know if I had the same opinion, especially like he is not playing the late-aged Lex Luthor. He's playing early 20s, so he's a little bit more energetic and a little bit more excitable.
Yeah, but he's also just playing like the same character he plays in every movie for the most part too, which is part of the problem.
So he hasn't gotten into real estate schemes yet.
Fair.
That was the one part I liked about Lex Luthor. I'm like, he's not trying to sell anything.
Like he's just playing like a slightly different version of himself, basically. So like, it kind of takes me out of it and believing that he's Lex Luthor, because he's not acting like Lex Luthor to me.
There's a few lines where the delivery needs to be a little bit different, especially near the end where he's doing the psychopath is a word for people with small minds or whatever that line is. Like that one, he needs to be a little bit more calm. Like that line is a perfect Lex Luthor line, and he just needs to be a little more calm and driven in the giving it.
Yeah, like I said, so the studio released a faux Fortune article on this Lex Luthor, and he is referred to as what's it, Alexander Luthor Jr.
Okay, interesting.
Just like I thought. Okay, so this here, I was always confused at this part. What's underneath that dome? Is that the Kryptonian ship from Antarctica or whatever?
No.
No, I believe it's Zod's ship.
It's Zod's ship. Okay. I love this music, by the way. On the soundtrack, I listen to it a lot.
Because it was either Man of Steel or later in this movie you see Superman pulling the one. in
No,
Antarctica.
he's pulling a boat. He's pulling a. He's got the big chain.
I thought
he's
that was
pulling a
the
boat.
Kryptonian ship.
So before Jesse Eisenberg was cast as Lex Luthor, other people considered was Matt Damon, Bradley Cooper, Joaquin Phoenix,
He's crazy enough.
Adam Driver,
I could get behind Joaquin Phoenix. He could be a good Lex Luthor.
and Jean Dujardin. Jean Dujardin?
Why do I feel like it's like a simple name like Jordan or something?
No,
Like
Dujardin.
no, I
No?
got nothing. What movies has he been in?
I'll look him up.
Who was the guy you said before Joaquin Phoenix?
Before Joaquin, Bradley Cooper.
I think Bradley Cooper could do it as well if he could keep his jokiness out of it.
What do you guys think about the gummy bear scene or the Jolly Rancher scene?
It makes me really want a Jolly Rancher.
You guys like that? The force feeding of each other?
No.
No, not particularly. No, that's one of the scenes I don't really like for Lex Luthor. What were you gonna say about Bradley Cooper? Now that you have your mouth full, can you again?
What did
I
you
wasn't.
say to him?
I don't think he would be very good fit physically, and I mean he could probably act the part fine, which wouldn't be stellar. It'd be okay. But you made the line about him being more of a jokey thing, and then Eisenberg's in here. I just thought that was funny.
Well, so for Eisenberg, like, to me, he doesn't play the comic relief at any point in this movie. There's no part of Eisenberg's performance where I think I'm supposed to laugh here. Bradley Cooper is opposite. In a lot of the movies I've seen Bradley Cooper in, especially like Guardians of the Galaxy, he plays a comic relief. So that's the jokey part I was trying to get at, is that if he didn't try and put comedic lines in, is what I was going for.
Okay.
Oh, Jean Dujardin, he was in The Artist, that black and white silent film that came out.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Wolf of Wall Street.
So how does no one? I mean, he's Bruce Wayne. Like, people sell everything to any kind of tabloids, and no one's like, "Hey, I saw Bruce Wayne at this underground fighting place."
Probably because it's underground, it's illegal. They don't want criminals protect each other. They're not gonna.
Yeah, but if a big name celebrity person with a lot of money shows up to one of those, and if some low life in there can make some money by selling them out to like some kind of tabloid.
Yeah, but how many times did Pee Wee Herman go to a porn shop
6.
before he was caught? You know what I mean?
I haven't talked to him lately about it. That's not something we really discussed.
He's not what I'd qualify as a big time celebrity with lots of money either.
It's fair.
Bruce
Oh.
Wayne, Pee Wee Herman.
Bradley Cooper, like I said, was up for the role of Lex Luthor. Guess who else he was up for the role of, or was considered for?
Alfred.
Batman.
Nope. Along with Chris Pine, Ryan Quanten, Matthew Fox, and Scott Porter, they were all linked to the role of Barry Allen.
Barry Allen, that'd be interesting. I might be able to get behind Bradley Cooper as
I
Barry
think I would have liked
Allen.
that better than Ezra Miller.
I wasn't. Yeah, he was.
He was fine for me.
They made him almost autistic in some of his like
You think so?
portrayals. Yeah, which I'm fine if they want to do that. It's just Barry wasn't. You know, Barry was a little socially awkward, but
Well, and that, for me, he wasn't autistic. Wasn't a thing that crossed my mind. Like, he was a little awkward, but I saw him as like the reason he talked the way he did and kind of ticked the way he did because everything was moving so fast for him because it was still fairly new. From was my impression. So everything's so fast for him, or everything else is so slow for him. Like, so he's just used to being faster than everything else. So he's just talking so fast and he's just moving all over the place because of that. And that made sense for me.
and that's fair. I also didn't like how young of a Flash he was. I to me, Flash is not a late teen.
Yeah, in the comic
Character.
books, aren't they all, besides Wonder Woman, who's hundreds of years old, but aren't they all kind of contemporaries age-wise?
Yeah. For the
Bruce
most
is a little
part.
bit old, but so they all got the Jesus complex, right? So Batman started at 33. Superman burst out on the scene when he was 33. So I think they when they all started, they were 33 years old, right? Isn't that the running gag in comics?
I think so. Yes, they're somewhere in their 30s, late 20s for a lot of them. Like Barry was a little younger than the rest of the crowd, but he wasn't teens.
Right.
He was still
No, he had a-
at
I think
least
he's in
forensic.
like his early 20s in that movie, isn't he?
Maybe. I mean,
He
I don't
doesn't
think he's
seem
old
like
enough to drink.
Doesn't seem like he's in his early 20s.
Yeah.
I want that painting.
Yeah, see, this whole scene with Lex and Lewis, to me, that just screams Jesse as Luthor here. Like, I think he does all of that entire scene that we just talked through phenomenally well.
Okay, this scene coming up. Is this Man Bat or is this just a giant bat from his conscious?
I don't know, but I want to know what happened to Wayne Manor.
Well, I think Zack Snyder was like, I think the mistake Zack made is that's supposed to symbolize Superman, by the way. An angel with red and blue.
It looked like red and gray,
No, it's red and blue.
and it had a sword, so I assumed it was the Archangel Michael.
No.
He has a sword.
All right, so this right here, is this Man Bat? Or is this just like the monster bat that he always sees in comics?
How would Man-Bat get in there?
Yeah, I think that's just a psychological phenomenon. But here's something I noticed. Okay, so what year does this take place in? 2014?
It's 18.
20
what movie did Man of Steel take? Whatever year Man of Steel took place is 18 months after that.
Okay, so what year did Man of Steel take place?
Let's go with 2000.
There's no way to know. No way to know.
Oh, okay. So what's interesting there is Martha Wayne's death year is 1981.
Mhm.
So, real quick math-wise, 19 years puts Bruce at 2000s. So we have another 15 years on top of that. So that's 34 years versus 2015. So 34 years, and he was maybe 9, right?
43.
So, huh?
So he's 43 years old?
Yeah, so he's 43, 42, somewhere in that ballpark in this film.
Right.
So Batman has, from what we've talked about already, has grown up, been Batman in Gotham for a significant amount of time, and then retired,
Yeah. Okay.
and then
so,
come back in that span of time.
Yeah. Let's say he disappears, comes back, starts crime fighting at 33. Frank Miller's year 1 takes place at 33. What
Okay.
did he say he was? 40.
43.
43, 42.
That's 10 years. That's a lot of abuse to your body.
Yeah, but he is gone and retired in 10 years.
Yeah.
So not even enough time for Dick Grayson to grow up to become Nightwing.
I don't think there is a
'Cause-
Nightwing.
That's exactly my point. He does not have enough time for Dick Grayson to become Nightwing, for Jason Todd to become Red Hood, or for Tim Drake to become Red Robin. None of that can happen in the time frame that he is retired.
But see, you're comparing. This is the DC EU or whatever it is they call it. This is the movie verse. This isn't the comic book verse.
Right, I
But there's
understand.
a Robin somewhere.
Right.
My
Okay.
point is,
Look at this. Okay. So he starts at 33. He's 38. He goes to a circus, picks up Dick Grayson. Picks up Dick Grayson. 40. He's 41. Dick Grayson. How old is Dick usually?
when Batman and Dick Grayson start getting teamed up, Dick is relatively young. He's early teens, I believe,
Okay,
and
this
he
is-
is late 20s.
Just throw out a number just to.
I want to say he's like 12 or 13.
12. Okay, so Bruce is 38. He's 12. So at 43, that's shit.
He's
math.
17.
That's 17. Takes off. That's right. That's just under 20. That's
But he's-
timeline fits.
Okay, but that's the thing is Batman's retired and come out of retirement.
No, well, let's say he retires at. So he retires at what we say? How old did we say he was
43.
43.
in this movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Right now in this scene, Batman is 43 in the ballpark.
And
Right.
then we said,
Yeah, and
There's
here we go.
no way.
There's a dead Robin. That is Jason Todd.
We don't know, because I think Lex Luthor did all this.
how would Lex...
No, there's no way Lex Luthor
Lex Luthor
did that.
Lex Luthor did all the notes. Those are all him. The stuff in the mail. That's Lex Luthor did all that.
Yeah, but not the spray paint on Robin's suit.
So you're telling me Jared Leto did that,
Jared Leto?
Probably.
It's Frank.
Like I think that's what they were trying to go for.
or is Leto
Is
Leto.
Jason
Why would he
Todd.
roll-
Jason Todd?
I like that theory better.
It's still like you cutting out such giant swaths of the Batman mythos.
Because did Joaquin Phoenix do that? Because he's the new Joker.
Oh, is he
supposedly.
really?
Yeah, in the standalone movie.
Well, then you also have to take out that he's retired, so let's see, there's 18 months.
But
yeah,
we don't know how we
long
don't-
did he retire?
We don't. Yeah, we don't know how
week.
long he retired. Maybe he was.
Yeah, like
Maybe he was gone
Took
for.
a vacation.
Maybe he was gone literally for a year.
yeah, like the timeline doesn't make sense. Like,
Well,
and you cut
but
out
we
all of
don't-
the potential Batman mythos.
But
Like they
we-
just did such a
Daniel's favorite
bad
part.
job.
But we don't know how. We don't know how old he was when his parents got killed. How
But
old?
it's,
How?
it's always 8 or 9, isn't in the comics? Isn't it usually?
Yeah, he's single digits, but 10 at the most. And okay, and again, talking about Lex Luthor, if you're watching along with us, this entire speech is fantastic. It is 100% Lex Luthor until he loses his train of thought.
But I like the fact that he loses his.
Oh, I hated that. Like I was I was all on board with this, and like, yes, Eisenberg is Luthor. He's doing a fantastic job. And then that happened. I'm like, what are you doing?
No, because I think he's still learning how to be Lex Luthor. So he stretches out. He feels like he's got the suaveness and all this. Then he realizes he doesn't. He hasn't developed Lex Luthor yet.
That's fair. And rewatching this scene, yeah, Snyder, he was right. He was a little twitchy in that right there with that little hand flourish
there's a
there.
thunderbolt, and then he goes, and like makes the sound. And he's just, I think he's terrible.
That was a little meh.
Wonder Woman's like, what do you do?
And this is also terrible of Batman. Master of ninjutsu, master of stealth, and we're coming to just the worst part of Mr. Best Detective in the world.
What are you talking about?
Can I help you, Mr. Wayne? I'm in the server room. I just thought the bathroom was down here with all this computer equipment.
Clearly, look. Clearly, she's not buying it. Bruce knows she's not buying it. It's just stupid nonsense. Like, look, man, I caught you. Okay, yeah, you got me. So.
Yeah, Batman never should have gotten caught. Especially not for something stupid like that.
Okay, you guys what do you guys want Bat God, or do you want like an actual human who has human flaws? Like unless Grant Morrison is writing him, I don't want Bat God. I like the dude. I don't want, what was it, Year Zero, that where like he shoots the grappling hook and it flies off. I don't want that human flaw, but like that I don't mind. 'Cause, I mean, he is a human.
Yeah,
And he's still standing up next to metahumans, and they're afraid of him.
for no reason. Like, this is the worst portrayal of Batman in any film.
I disagree. I
will watch Batman Forever Batman over this
You
one.
watch Batman and Robin over this?
Disagree.
Yes.
Never leave the cave without it. Bat card Visa.
Yes, because that was an homage to Adam West. I love Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. I hate how they wrote Batman
Now,
for
do you
this
think
entire
that there
film.
should be a character that just plays Bruce Wayne and then a character that just plays Batman?
I could get behind that, yes.
So like a Shazam thing where they got an actor playing Billy Bats and they got an actor playing.
I also think that whoever they get to play Batman should just lip sync over Kevin Conroy, because no one is a better Batman than Kevin Conroy.
No, I disagree, dude.
Who is better than Kevin Conroy?
Name one Batman.
Batfleck.
No.
Batfleck.
In voice?
Yes,
The Bat voice.
Yeah,
Oh. As long as it's not Christian Bale's.
Swear to me!
Yeah.
Now
Yeah, like, if that was almost as bad as a heavy metal album. What?
No, because I can understand them.
did you guys see the Jimmy Kimmel skit that he did with this scene?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
They'll tell us. I didn't see it.
Where Jimmy Kimmel.
He edits himself into the movie.
Yeah,
that
he,
goes
like,
to her in the
takes-
conversation.
He's walking back and forth, and he goes, "Yes, you're Bruce Wayne," and he goes, "Are you Superman?" He goes, "No, I'm not." He goes, "You're Superman." He goes, "Hey guys, here's Superman." He goes, "I'm not Superman. Be quiet." And so he hands Bruce Wayne the phone, the iPhone. He goes, "Take a picture of me and Superman." So he puts it up, and he goes, "Say cheese." And he goes, "You're Batman." He goes, "No, I'm not." Hey, look, Superman and Batman.
It was pretty good.
I do like the college humor skits with Batman, though. Like
the highly sexualized Batman.
yeah,
and all
like
that
the
stuff.
one where like he's going on about Talia, about all the things they did to Bane with Bane, and then that was great. And then where they got Patton Oswalt to do Penguin.
See,
and no, he's just sleeping. They're just sleeping.
See, I'm gonna lose. You and Stanbridge have already taken my nerd card away, but I'm gonna lose it again. I dislike Patton Oswalt. I know if you're a nerd, you have to like him. I completely dislike him.
No, you don't
No,
have
you
to
don't
like
have
him
to
if
like
you're a
him.
nerd. You're
No.
just wrong.
I
He's
think
hilarious.
I think he does a good job. He's not my favorite actor in the world, but I think he does a fine job.
No, okay.
I mostly like him for his stand-up stuff. Like that's
Oh, I haven't heard a lot of his
it's
stand-up.
like
To me, he's just a whiny person. I'm trying to
He's a
keep a
whiny
G-rated.
little whiny
Wow.
person.
I mean,
Hang on. Before we get off the movie, we missed the introduction of Diana.
She was already introduced.
yeah.
Did we introduce her?
No,
we didn't.
No.
Introduced her in the
I know
movie.
we missed her. That's what let's talk
We
about her.
didn't.
Let's talk about her real quick.
You were talking about something
What?
else.
How do you guys feel about the portrayal of Wonder Woman? Do you think Gal Gadot
she steals the show. Like, she is the only thing that really kept me watching after this.
So
Everybody likes a hot Jewish woman.
a lot of is she Jewish?
Yeah.
She's
She's from
Israeli.
Israel.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
Just throw your hands up.
Yeah. Anyway, are we okay? Because I know a lot of people were upset because she wasn't well endowed enough.
Then they're
No,
idiots.
that's stupid.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was actually super happy they didn't like pornify Wonder Woman up.
I mean, that is kind of her origin, though.
just
What,
wait until
being-
Power Girl bursts
Being
on the
over
scene.
endowed.
Well, no. The whole reason that Wonder Woman was made was because the original writer and his wife were huge into BDSM.
Yeah,
And they made-
so the personality was based on his wife. The look was based on his lover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, the whole, like, rope
And they
and
were
bondage
all three
thing.
of them were friends.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah, they were in an open relationship. There's
and-
actually a great documentary on Netflix about it.
Lasso of Truth, because he was the inventor of the polygraph, or he built the machine.
Really?
Yeah.
That I was unaware of.
Yep.
See, it's a ship. It's not the.
Alright, I got it.
Dude,
Calm
I've
down.
seen this movie so many times.
Calm down. Just
I love this
grab
movie.
onto your
That
mic
is
and relax.
okay.
It's a
Yeah,
mouse.
It's on its
okay.
side.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's carrying it on his side.
Yeah. Why?
Why isn't he just flying it through the air?
He hasn't learned how to do that yet. That's Justice League knowledge.
Flying?
And has he just happened to be here at this exact moment?
What? What do you guys? You guys are such, dude. You guys.
I like
complain-
certain parts of this movie.
This is a perfect portrayal of Superman. By
Yeah,
the way,
this-
that's badass. By the way.
This was fine. Yeah. I think the him
suppo-
walking out with the girl in his arms kind of a slap in the face because I'll fly to Mexico to save one girl, but I'm not going to fly anywhere in Metropolis to save anyone in that city.
No, he learned the lesson in Man of Steel. Do I have to defend all the DCEU? He learned that's why he loves Metropolis so much, because of what he did to it.
That 4-second
It's his albatross.
albatross,
Yeah.
giant bird, flaps,
You
wings.
don't know the metaphor of the albatross?
No, I'm unaware of that.
Even an albatross was a good sign until a sailor shot it. If you're on a boat and you see an albatross, it's a sign of bad luck.
Isn't it a sign of the shore? Because albatrosses are like seagulls.
Okay, you're being
Yeah.
really literal on a
I
metaphor. It's
no,
just-
I don't get the metaphor.
It's just a
Why
real-
is an albatross unlucky?
If you see like you know how back in the day if you had a woman on boat it was bad luck. If you saw an albatross it was bad luck because it was supposedly seeing an albatross was good luck until a sailor shot one and killed one.
Okay.
So if you see an albatross it's
Yeah, but I guess I don't understand why. Like, all superstitions have, like, an origin point. Like, someone shot an albatross and something terrible happened because they shot an albatross.
I
But
don't
what was that thing?
God, look it up. Snyder's completely lost interest in the podcast.
I think the movie's melting his mind.
What?
It's really not that bad of a movie.
It's honestly not the worst movie ever made. And that's about the most
Professor
praise.
X.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
I don't. But if you're gonna watch a version of it, you have to watch the extended cut because they at least clear up some of the stupid parts.
Well, if they're going to have an
I
extended
apo-
cut, they need to make that theatrical because...
Well, yeah,
like,
but like I
this
said,
is-
then they can't sell it 3 and 4 times to Adam, who's gonna buy every single edition ever made.
First of all, I apologize. It's an albatross around my neck. It's his albatross around his neck.
That they shot the albatross around his neck.
The sailor,
Yeah, that'd kill a guy.
the ancient mariner
And
shot it.
that would Martha Wayne a guy. Just-
No, so anyway, the sailor shot the albatross, and he is forced to wear the dead because it's a friendly bird. He's forced to wear the dead carcass around his neck. So,
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
I apologize. I said it wrong.
Okay. I still never heard the phrase before.
So there's an homage to the original, the very first Action Comics, right here.
Yeah.
but
So
he was a dick in the very first Superman.
yeah, Superman was not a good guy.
Perry White.
No, Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. That's the only uttered reference of the word Batman in this movie.
No kidding.
Yep. So is this the God Sword from the Wonder Woman movie?
No. Doesn't look anything like it.
That wasn't the artifact that was in. No. Okay.
No.
I've only seen Wonder Woman once.
All you need to do is see it once. that good. I
Huh?
like parts of it.
Oh, okay. See, Batman's doing detecting here. He's done figured out who. Well, not completely figured out, but he's onto her.
Yeah, but okay, so he's doing all of that off camera. Like, a lot of the stuff that you were talking about would be good if they showed it. Like, if Batman showed remorse for Metropolis and the people they died, and that's why he went to Mexico, and
No,
they
Superman.
Who did I say?
You said Batman.
Okay, Superman. Yeah, sorry, Superman. Then I can get behind that if they showed that. If they showed Batman doing detective things and doing Batman things, then I can get behind it. But they
it's better than the Christian
You were
Bale
also- but
Batman where
you
he's
were-
just beating the crap out of someone and saying, "Give me the answer."
He does detective work in Dark Knight.
yeah,
with the
that's
bullet.
it.
He does a little bit, yeah. Like,
You were just talking about how there was a lot of scenes that are like unnecessarily extend the movie too, though. So you can't, like, I understand wanting to see that stuff, but you can't have too much of that stuff as well because of the fact that it's just gonna, like, it's already what, like 2 hours and 45 minutes. This movie.
yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of scenes that need to be cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if we're gonna like reshoot Batman versus Superman,
Can we?
I would love to.
They
You-
should have
I-
made
what are you
the
doing
lowest
tomorrow?
bathtub scene
Dude,
longer.
would you go into the Sistine Chapel and touch the ceiling? No.
Yes.
Same principle here, guys.
Why wouldn't you? You're telling me if you
There's
were
a
in the-
difference. One's art.
if you
I
were in
love
the other one's
Okay,
Batman versus Superman.
This here. Oh wait, shit or crap. Did I missed it when Alfred was messing with the voice modulator? Was that when
No,
Work had
yeah.
called me?
No,
Right,
I haven't
Alfred.
done it yet.
No.
He hadn't.
Rubber baby butt. No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's supposedly. This is fucking awesome.
This is a fun scene. This should have been the after credit scene.
No.
Like, this is completely unnecessary.
I think okay. As much as I love.
There's Wayne Manor, so he's coming out of the back.
Okay, so as much as I love this movie, I feel like Zack Snyder is so much of a fanboy. He laid so much. He did kind of like a J.J. Abrams thing where he laid all these mystery boxes because they're like, Warner Brothers is probably like, Snyder, you're in charge of this universe. He's like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set this up. So 2 movies down the road, this is going to happen. Which I like. What's the Highlander series are coming out? They're setting it up for 3 movies. Why don't we just make one really rock solid movie, and then put a few Easter eggs in there if you want, but quit setting crap up because this is never going to be paid off.
Because extended universes make money.
Just make a really solid movie and then extend it and it's successful, then go on from there. Because this is never going to be paid off.
Yeah, none of this is going to be relevant.
And-
Like, it's not going to be relevant in Justice League. It's not going to be relevant in anything they do. Like, this entire scene could go away and just be after credits. Like, it would be an amazing after credit scene.
See,
I don't know.
I'm okay with Bruce using a gun in this scene because it's post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, like,
He's at the end of his rope. He knows the rules have changed.
like, this is the only time it's okay for Batman to have been shooting and killing people because it's so, like, out there and
Yeah.
EU-y. And I'm fine with that.
I love the trench coat.
Maybe this will get paid off.
Really, you think so?
Doesn't Flashpoint Batman use guns?
Flashpoint Batman, yeah, is very
ain't-
gun heavy.
But you're not going to see this though. This whole future is over.
You don't know that. With Flashpoint, a lot of stuff can happen.
How is Batman having a future
It was like parademons and shit.
dream?
Because see, that's nothing that ain't gonna. That's another. See, they redesigned the Parademons for Justice League movie. I kind of like this design better. I don't really like the redesign.
This is more classic design.
Yeah. But more cockroachy.
Yeah, especially how long the scene is. Like, none of this is necessary.
Oh, this is very necessary.
No.
It's cool, but it's not necessary.
No, it's very necessary.
No, it had none. You could cut this entire section out of the movie, and cut the scene with Flash out, and you hit the same film.
Okay, going along with what I said, yes. If they were just see, it's hard because I've seen this movie and I like it. But if you're right, if from the start they should have just cut out and just made a solid movie. Stop the whole this is where I'm gonna do this 3 movies down the line. Why don't you just make a rock solid film and then worry about that later?
Yeah. Now, if you want to include this scene, now again, talking about reshooting the entire movie, we cut.
Okay, well,
a lot
real
of the
quick,
bullshit out.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. So everyone was complaining because he rips the mask off and the black eyeliner's gone. Okay, that's according to Zack Snyder. He did that to continue with the tradition of every Batman film has that.
If that was an intentional design,
Yes.
then that's fine.
Either that or Zack Snyder got lucky and that's what he said.
That too.
See, okay, so so this is the original Flash design. The helmet. It's a little.
Oh.
It's a little injustice.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
But it technically paid off because they used Lois. They used Lois as the key in the Justice League movie.
Really poorly, yeah.
I don't think so.
This is so shoehorned in and unnecessary. It's just.
Because, like I said, they gave him too much. I like Zach. I think he makes very beautiful movies. I like every single one of his movies. I even like that Owl movie he made. Guardians of Gahul. He makes beautiful films. But I think he's too much of a fan. Fanboys shouldn't make movies. You know.
What about the movie Fanboys?
That wasn't written by fanboys.
How do you know?
I don't know. Seth Rogen, I think they should have just made just a solid Superman movie, and didn't worry about the extended universe.
Right, like, Flash is unnecessary in this movie. Like, the tease in the thumb drive would have been fine.
Now, as much as I love the movie, I still thought the logos were. I mean, I get it; it's shortcuts because you have to use shortcuts for mass audiences. But seriously, why did Lex Luthor have logos on the?
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
You don't make logos for your metahumans that you have on your computer?
No. Now my porn stars I got on my computer. I do. What do we think of this Batcave? What are our thoughts?
It's not
Why-
the Batcave.
Why don't? It's not.
Oh, I mean, it is, but it's not.
Now, do you think this is the Batcave or it's a secondary Batcave because it's far away from Wayne Manor. It's not directly underneath of it.
But what are the odds? What are the odds that he found 2 suitable locations fairly close to each other to build?
You're talking about a comic book movie. What are the odds of
All right,
Barry
yeah.
Allen messing with the right kind of chemicals, being struck by lightning, and then granting
hoisted by my
superpowers?
Petard. Okay. Do you think we'll ever see the classic? Just because it seems okay. Nolan had a waterfall. This one's got water. You think we're just ever going to see the classic?
I want to see a giant T-Rex.
Yeah. So this universe here, I think, fits the giant T-Rex and a giant penny. Yes. No.
No, not really. Batman's way too serious. Like, he would keep those as trophies, maybe, but after he's killed the guys. Like, there's a reason why there's the Batman Rogue Gallery, because he kills them all.
I could see Alfred keeping it, because what's the line he says later? It's like something about, I liked it better when the worst thing we had to worry about was
Exploding penguins. Yeah. That movie comes out Tuesday.
Exploding penguins?
Yeah.
Best movie ever.
The porn parody.
Oh, okay.
Jenny is the one I thought her last name was.
So they
Olsen.
never say the person's name, they just say
I could have swore.
say the name.
I could have swore. Hey, look at that. That's a very spy shot.
Absolutely.
Classic.
Again, all of this is unnecessary.
No. You need this. This is unique character development on Lois Lane. It's showing her that she is a badass investigative reporter. She's not a damsel in distress.
They could have done all this in the tub scene.
Like, I'm fine with doing that with Lois. It's just, like, you could make this film so much smoother if you framed it like... Okay, if this is a Batman versus Superman movie, I want it to focus on Batman and Superman. Like, cool, Lois is in it. Cool, show a couple scenes with Lois. She's in it far too much.
Not make the actual fight between Batman and Superman 9 minutes long.
Yeah, like, that fight should have been way more important. And their justification for the fight should have been way better.
That, and I wanted the speech from The Dark Knight Returns to be in it. It's like, I beat you. I want you to know this.
I'm speaking.
That should have been in there. Like, if you're gonna play homage to that, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but hasn't it been retcon though that Clark has allowed Bruce to have victory over him every time?
I don't remember that. I mean, it's certainly possible for some Superman fanboys to say that.
What we think of the new Batmobile here?
I like it.
It's fine. It reminds me of the Tumbler.
You're not a fan of the Tumbler, I tell you?
It's okay. It's not the Batmobile, but it's fine. That
was the Wilhelm scream.
Like, all of this is just terrible.
What?
That guy's dead.
No, he's alive.
That guy is dead.
No, he's
all
fine.
these people are dead.
If the first flip didn't kill him, the 8th and 9th flip by road hauling his car is going to kill him.
He's not in that car right now. He done.
Where did he get out?
He fell off a long time ago. Don't worry about it. Look, see, you see one in there?
He's dead. Those guys are dead.
No. See, it didn't fall. No, it didn't fall on. It fell on the backside of the car.
I will actually say that it did miss the car completely.
Did it?
If this is the car, it flipped over, and it doesn't even touch the car.
Okay.
So 2 people live.
So Batman has not killed.
2 people
Batman has not killed anyone yet. So let's continue.
Yeah.
We all know I hate letting Adam win, but there were at least 2 people.
Those guys are dead.
No, that back guy.
Dead.
That guy in the back, he flipped out a long time ago. Now.
So he flipped out going like
the other guy was already prepared with a flame retardant suit.
Yeah.
And it was also explosion proof.
They're Russian.
So he obviously lived.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay.
So 0-0 so far, guys. All right.
Oh, convenient rocket launcher. We're gonna make the Batmobile rocket proof.
Isn't it?
No. The Batmobile's been blown apart a few times.
I dig the exposed wheels and everything.
That's foolish. Why would you have the wheels exposed?
Because he has a wider turn radius.
Okay.
That is clearly
he's dead.
No, that is clearly not Batman's fault. Yeah, he's dead, but that's not Batman's fault.
That was definitely the oil tanker driver because he did not make that turn wide enough.
That guy was driving and texting. That is his fault.
He also didn't do anything to stop it. He's got a grappling hook on the back of the car.
As ridiculous as most of this thing is, this action sequence.
Those two guys are obviously done for.
No, because that was KG Beast, and clearly he's still in the movie. So no, he's still alive.
No way. Those 2 guys are
right there.
Yeah, but
look,
they're
1, 2.
There's no way
as
you can
ridiculous
see
as
them.
most of this movie is. At some point, I was expecting one of those guys in the back of that trailer to do like a rocket jump, like out of Halo, and just do all kind of like. I was ready for it, man.
Yeah, this is.
He rocket jumps up as Batman tries to jump into the trailer, and then shoots the Batmobile.
Yeah, this is all ludicrous.
So far, the only death was not caused by Batman. Now this right here, amazing.
Why is Superman here?
He heard the violence. He's coming after Batman to knock it off.
So why didn't he stop the other guys?
Yeah, the guys with the rocket launchers.
He doesn't know what he thinks they're just defending himself.
With a rocket launchers?
Who doesn't have a rocket launcher? I got one in the back of my car right now.
We need to hang out more.
I have people. I want you to get a rocket launcher now.
Here comes the best line in the movie, guys. Wait, not yet.
Bury the bat. Consider this mercy, he says. Please.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive.
He's like, I don't know.
Man, that's pimp, dude. Both of them.
A little late, Batman.
Come on, he knew Clark could hear him anyway.
Did he?
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait,
I don't like
the
that.
Batmobile has had the doors ripped off of it. How are you
He still has the doors ripped off of it.
driving it? Like, there's so much wind at that speed.
It's Batman.
Dude, he still has eyes.
The things comic book nerds will be okay with, and then the other things they won't. It just blows my mind. And I'm the same way, so I'm not above the fray at all. I'm just saying it blows my mind that the crap that we like and dislike. I'm pretty sure that's how the actual meeting between two heroes would go. See, so
They were hanging out in the back of the trailer the whole time.
so Bruce
Yeah.
So Bruce wasn't freaking out about any of this crap because he
Oh.
was just tracking it anyway. That's why he was all right.
So if he was tracking it, why the hell was he?
Then why?
Because-
Okay.
Why did you
How has
shoot the
nobody
tracker?
noticed that thing was on there?
Yeah. And look how close that tracker is to where the Batmobile cleaved the semi-trailer in
Yeah, it just
section.
makes him look incompetent.
No. It makes him look confident because he hit that truck and he
And if you
purposely
have a
missed
tracker,
it.
why is it making a beeping sound?
No, that's the truck backing up.
No.
No,
Yeah,
it
the
was.
truck was-
No,
yes,
it wasn't.
Yes, it
The truck
was.
was
No,
still.
then it was backing up when it was going forward the
Then-
first time he shot it
And
out.
then it was a forklift. I'm telling you guys, dude, this movie's perfect. I have defended this movie solidly so far. I'm at the 1 hour 11 mark, and you all haven't picked any holes in it yet.
I can't even this.
Oh my god. Adam.
So anyway, he tracks it. People bitch like if he's putting a tracker on it, why did he attack? Because he didn't want the damn thing to end up at LexCorp. That was his plan B. His plan B was to get it, and if he failed, he had a tracking system on it.
No, the tracker thing makes sense. I mean, that's a very Batman thing to do. Especially because, I mean, that's how the Batmobile's going to track it, too.
And I love this line too, when Martha. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. When they say, you know, hang on, here it comes. I love this line. When they talk about him being the hero for the whole world or not, he doesn't
know anybody or
Yeah,
anything.
I love that line, man.
Why?
Because that line I liked a lot too. It's one of the few things I liked about the movie. It's basically his mom saying, you don't have to be what they want you to be who you feel you need to be. And as he slowly becomes actual Superman, he does it not because he feels like he has to, because but that's because what he wants to be.
Yeah.
Is the best version of Superman he can be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because
So it shows that he's doing it because he wants to, not because mom would be happy or whatever. You know what I mean?
or he feels with this power, this is what I need to do. You don't need to do anything. You can just be a normal.
Normal Kryptonian on
Yeah,
Earth or whatever. Yeah. So I like that aspect of it.
So a lot of this is fleshed out in the Ultimate Edition.
Is that like an 8-hour movie or
No, it is 4 hours.
seriously?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
It's
God.
not 4 hours.
I think it's
It's
pretty,
like an extra half an hour long.
I don't think so. Hang on.
So it's more like a Lord of the Rings extended edition.
Without 15 different endings.
Maybe I'm wrong.
How long is the theatrical version? Because I thought the theatrical version was almost 3 hours.
It's almost 3. Yeah.
2.5
The
hours.
theatrical release is 151 minutes in length. The Ultimate
Almost
Edition is 183 minutes in length.
So-
half an hour.
Yeah.
So what's the math on that one?
Well, you
183 is 3 hours and 3 minutes. 151 is
Maybe I-
2 and point.
This character.
233.
This character here, the Asian sidekick, that's a Bruce Timm creation, right? That character was started in the Adventures of Batman.
Did they give her a name?
Yeah, Mercy Graves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Lex's assistant.
So Lex Luthor Lex Luthor did all this. He was thinking it was the Joker, right?
No, he was thinking it was.
No, he.
No,
guy.
I was thinking of the newspapers in the Batcave.
It's Wally.
Right. I love this scene when he comes walking to the courtroom like a Mack truck. fucking Peterbilt, and then he goes to.
Do not insult Peterbilts.
I'm not.
You're comparing him to Superman.
What's the one with the bear on the?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a dog. It's a Mack truck.
No,
It's a bulldog.
Bulldog. Yeah,
I just know that Peterbilts are
our
like
brothers
that's
used to,
Optimus Prime.
Our
You
brothers
don't.
used to cut those off of. Back in his day, he used to.
The mud flaps?
No, the trucks.
dog, and like he would
Yeah.
drill a hole and wears a chain.
Yeah.
He also used to think that he was a gangster.
Okay, so look at this. Look at this.
So that guy's wearing a. Never mind. I guess it had a.
Man, look at that.
He's walking.
Oh my god, look how wide his shoulders.
Haven't you ever
are.
seen a Mack truck walk like that?
I've seen a Peterbilt walk like that a few times.
Okay, this is my favorite shot of the movie.
Hasn't he said that like 4 times?
Yes,
Yep.
Really, 4 times?
something
at
like
least.
that.
At least.
Tonight?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, yesterday.
Well, I've talked about it before on previous podcasts.
We're just all so awestruck
Oh,
by
right
Superman
look
here.
Look at, yeah.
Oh, he opened a door.
No, he took time because he had to do it slowly. Because he could literally just.
Isn't that?
There's a line in Justice League Unlimited that I like a lot when Superman is fighting Darkseid in the city, Metropolis.
Oh, he lives in a world full of paper.
Where, yeah, and he's like, I always got to hold back. I always got to live in fear that I'm going to break something. But then he's like, you can take it, big boy. And
But-
just beats the crap out of Darkseid.
But shouldn't you have been excited when he opened the door to get into his apartment, because he had to like gently put the key in and gently turn it, otherwise he would
did we
have
see
snapped
it?
the
Did
key
we
in
see it?
half. Yes.
It's probably more because he's in the suit. So Marvel has Deadpool. I believe Kevin Smith said this. Marvel has Deadpool, but DC beat the piss joke. DC won the race to the first piss joke over Marvel.
Fair?
I don't know, but they blow up Elastigirl.
I don't know, but
and I'm not
joke.
happy about that.
I consider this an accomplishment. Elastigirl.
That Holly Hunter, I believe Holly Hunter voices Elastigirl.
Oh,
Yeah.
voices. I thought you meant. So who's Pete? Do you think that is? You think it's like some hobo?
I assumed it was just like some sort of explosive. That was that color.
No. The explosives in his wheelchair. That ain't the explosive. That's
Yeah,
not-
I just assumed it was like gasoline or something to help the explosion.
No. Like, let's just assume that's actual pee. Whose pee is it?
Mine.
Huh?
I got called in.
Do you think Luther's crazy enough to pee in that jar himself?
Do we know it's pee?
Yeah.
Well, because they reference you can put piss in a jar and label it Granny's peach tea, but it's not
I love
actual
this scene.
tea or whatever.
Oh,
Love it. Look at that, man. That is awesome.
See,
it's
and
like
this,
he's like I can't fucking win, man.
okay, so here's my question, and this is again going to be nitpicky because this never should have happened. What?
Whoa, the wheelchair's covered in lead. That is canon. That's not me bullshitting. That's actual that wheelchair was lead lined. He could not see the bomb.
Sure, cannot see the bomb. That's fine. So
Love
explosions with fire are chemical explosions. They are like gasoline explosions.
Okay, are we talking about realism in a movie with guys with capes and cowls?
Yes,
Okay.
because if it's C4, there's no fire, there's no heat. C4 is just pulse. It's just wave. So to create a fireball like that, Superman would be able to smell it. He would be able to.
Don't start looking up bombs and stuff on your computer, because the next thing you know, you're gonna get arrested. And I don't got the money to bail you out.
No, what type of bomb is in Batman v Superman? They're not gonna. That's not a bad thing.
You're fine. But also, if that empty jar is actually piss, why wouldn't Superman walk in, smell piss in the Capitol courtroom, and go, something's wrong here?
Maybe just thought somebody peed themselves. Honestly, if Superman flew around and I thought he was gonna kill me, I'd probably piss myself watching. I mean, he
Well,
walks like a damn
fair.
Mack truck.
I found a Quora thread that says what was actually in the bottle labeled Granny's peach tea. The consensus is Lex Luthor's urine.
Yeah, see, Superman should be able to smell it. I mean, okay, so we give, like, Superman has super senses, basically. I mean, the X-ray vision and the super hearing isn't the only thing he can do. He should be able to smell that.
Well, then you'd be able to say that he should have heard, because it had a detonator.
Yeah.
He should have been able to hear the frequency from the remote going to the device. What it
Not
was,
the
he was
frequency,
probably,
but the click, yeah.
he was probably so proud of himself for slowly opening that door that he's just like, I just slowly fucking opened that door.
He's walking through the courtyard, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, and, oh, I didn't fuck it up. And then, boom.
Walking down the hallway, Mack truck, Peterbilt, Mack truck.
You guys also got to remember, Superman has only been Superman for 18 months at this time. This takes place 18 months after Man of Steel.
Yeah?
So he's literally only been Superman for 18 months.
But he's been Superman his whole life.
But yeah, correct. But how
So
many?
He's honed all these things. It's just like in what was it?
But he didn't learn how to fly until Man of Steel. So you're telling me in high school he's like, okay, this is what C4 smells like. This is what this looks like.
No,
like
but he should be able to put something out of place. He should be able to be there and be like, okay, something smells weird here. There's a problem.
I mean, if he's gonna see like every single frequency and all that stuff, I think it's All-Star Superman where Lex Luthor steals his powers and like is completely overwhelmed by all the things that he has to hear and see, and Superman has to hone all that. He should, like Daniel said, he should be able to tell when something's out of place.
I don't think he's able to hone it all yet. I think he's just able to block out what he needs to block out.
Then, I mean...
He's able to focus, but he's not able to...
Okay, so-
like you're here at the store. You've been here at the store. Do you ever open these windows up
Yeah.
at all? Okay. You hear noise from the outside. Are you able to go, okay, yeah, that's a Ford truck. That's I know what that sound is. Like you're just able to just zone it out.
I don't know, but you can tell
sure.
it's a Ford truck. That's pretty cool.
No,
No, but
actually,
I
Stan can tell you what kind of a
But-
vehicle it is.
Stan's
Like-
an alien.
I can open the windows and I can tell you, like, if someone's screaming, like if someone needs help. Like I can tell those things, and those are the kind of things that Superman's gonna be able to pick up on. Now,
Yes.
here's the thing: is in movie continuity is more important than speculation. So, like, yeah, you could have a good point if they didn't break that continuity in the movie already.
With what?
Okay, so how did he know the rocket was going to explode and be able to save the capsule in time if he didn't know the rocket was going to explode?
It's easy enough because you're talking about the spaceship.
Yeah.
There's no explosions on the spaceship. That's the shuttle part. That falls off the rocket when it's.
Why
Yeah,
is he
but
there?
it was he was there watching it. Just let's say he was there spectating. It was standing there, and there's obviously a malfunction, and it starts exploding.
That's it because he can hear it. First of all, look at that shit.
I hit it. Anyway,
This is the CrossFit scene.
do you do this at home?
I do that. I do the weighted pull-ups.
I do the
Holy
laser
shit.
beam.
I'm a little disappointed that Batman does CrossFit because I dislike CrossFit. But I have done tire flips. Me and Tyler's done this. I do weighted pull-ups. I'm a member of the Y, so I do weighted pull-ups there. Now, okay, real quick on those smoke bombs, you can clearly see what's the periodic table PB. You see PB, which is lead.
Yeah.
So when he shoots that at Superman later on in the movie and creates the smoke cloud, people were like, "That's bullshit. Superman can see through the cloud." That's untrue because it's lead-laden gas cloud.
Okay.
Anyway, what was I arguing?
The rocket ship exploding.
Right. So he didn't know the rocket ship was going to explode. He heard Mission Control say that there's a problem.
Okay.
So he didn't know.
And then he had time to get changed in the middle of the explosion and save the capsule.
Yeah.
Why couldn't he do that in the
If he could sense
courtroom?
that, why couldn't he?
He didn't. He didn't sense any problem with the
Okay,
rocket.
But if he had enough time to save the space shuttle people, he had enough time to get that bomb out
Save
of there
that
or
courtroom,
save people in that
yeah.
courtroom.
But see, he didn't know anything about the bomb until it already exploded.
Okay,
He
so
didn't know anything about the space shuttle until it already exploded.
Or did he?
No. The
What if he
that's
set that up for PR?
Exactly.
no. That is untrue. Mission Control knew that there was a problem.
All right,
like-
hold on. I like this part.
Okay.
we can't just go silent here.
Oh.
I just like the music.
That's fair. So that's fine. But Superman, the entire Capitol building exploded there. Like, that
Right.
entire courtroom is gone.
Okay.
Like, okay, so Superman isn't aware the explosion's happening
Okay.
for the first, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet of the explosion.
No, that's untrue.
He is well aware the explosion's happening after that because he moves faster than Flash.
That's not canon.
I thought-
It
Justice
it
League-
happened
thought-
in Justice League.
When?
The Flash is running around him, and Superman's just like,
Yeah, he tracks him. He can track
he
Flash.
he moves at the same speed. He doesn't move faster.
Okay, he moves as fast as Flash.
Right.
And that is well something that Flash could have
But
done.
okay, do we know how fast? How fast does a bomb detonate? I mean, this is like light speed type shit. How fast is that? How
Oh,
fast is a bomb?
we know that he moves faster than the speed of sound because when he flies
Breaks
through the
the sound
space, he breaks
barrier.
the sound barrier, and that's what the boom is on a gun and on a bomb is the
right.
breaking of the sound barrier.
But that doesn't. But that doesn't mean that they're moving at exactly the speed of sound. It means they're
Well, they're
moving
moving
faster.
Yeah.
So I'm calling you bullshit on this one, guys. I don't.
I
I think he heard it, and then it was.
Maybe he doesn't save everyone in that courtroom. He saves enough people, and he's not standing there in the flames waiting for the flames to die down. He is just as guilty of letting people die in that
I
explosion.
think that should have been the point where he uses his super breath because I want to see that in a movie.
Yeah,
He did.
That's
He did
exactly what he would have done.
He does the super breath in Justice League, doesn't he?
Does he?
I don't remember.
I
I
believe
only saw it
so.
once.
I don't remember.
I believe so. I believe he does.
Okay.
But that's. Hey, look, it's
Anyway,
Jenny.
in the Ultimate Edition, you see him saving people at the courtroom explosion.
He's carrying them. They're already outside. They're like people in the surround.
No,
It blew up
he's-
the entire building.
He's bringing survivors out of the explosion.
Dude, there may have been like farther down the
First
building.
of all,
if that's in the ultimate cut, that's again like that should have been in the theatrical. Like that
That's
would
why
have been
I
fine.
like the ultimate because they clear up stupid crap.
That means whoever cut this version of the film is an idiot.
Yeah. So Hollywood blacklist the editor for Batman vs Superman first off.
I think it was a Warner Brothers. I think whoever did it had a gun to their head from Warner Brothers.
Bill.
Because Zack Snyder did not have final cut on this, nor did he have final cut on Justice League. Well, he kind of stepped back because of a personal thing, but
See,
that
that is the appropriate time to wear a stocking cap. Not when you did this morning.
it was cold. First of all, it
You
wasn't-
weren't wearing a
It was 5
coat.
o'clock at night for one thing.
It's morning somewhere.
First of all, going back to the explosion, the whole
If
building
you say
didn't.
first of all more than once, is it still first of all?
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, going back to the explosion, that whole building didn't explode because the people were still at the gated off area. So
That,
that whole
courtroom that he was in, there ain't nobody still alive in that room.
I agree.
Yeah,
but-
because he's standing there watching them all burn to death.
I agree, but
Not
there's still
helping
people.
Yeah.
But there's still people in that building he has to rescue.
If he'd have done his fucking job.
What, see through lead that everyone knows he can't see
No.
through?
But how do they know that
Blow
he can't
on
see
the-
through it?
like,
Lex Luthor knows.
But how? I mean,
It's Lex
in the Christopher Reeves one, he gives the interview with Lois, says he can't see through lead. How does?
How do we know that interview didn't exist in this universe?
Because Amy Adams doesn't fly through the air and
There's
sing a song.
there's
Can you read my mind?
There's 18 months that have gone by. We don't know what interviews have been done.
No.
Bruce Wayne made that fluff piece joke. So
Yeah.
how do we know that wasn't part of the fluff piece?
Now I could see that through Lex and Bruce's research that they found out that lead is a weakness. That is a viable explainer for me. That is one of the few things.
Because
And this scene, real quick.
All right.
Superman says, "I miss you, Dad, because you let him die."
No. He. Okay.
And I hate that in Man of Steel. Like, Man of Steel was soured from that scene and the Metropolis scene at the end.
First
if
of
those
all-
two scenes were reshot
First of
differently,
all, here we go.
yep. If those two scenes were shot differently, Man of Steel would be a much better film than it
No.
was.
Clark was what, 18, 19 when his dad died.
So?
He didn't even know he could fly at that point. He didn't know how to control his powers.
No.
And plus, his dad told him not to.
No.
Did you listen to Dad when you were 18 or 19?
I don't have superpowers.
If I had
You know
superpowers and my dad is going to get killed by a tornado along with our family dog, I am going to go save
I think
him
the dog
and
made
the
it. The
dog.
dog made it. He
Okay.
opens the door and the dog runs out.
Okay, dog or no dog, I'm saving my dad from a tornado, with or without superpowers.
Does this help you?
Yeah.
Holding.
Something. I was.
He's just used to it.
I was listening to an interview on that. Like they explained that scene.